na eno ma bi koso in fact me sorry me ko social media na me hu ne yesi chese obi tini fie yakọ so obi chese ya kwachi obi otini fie wato ni pum na yakọ bo awuram ni ache no na yesi ase amanfo kasa se ye bo awuram krofo fie dodo na menim so oman so ye wo mra when it comes to say ye yankasa se ye benya ye bekura ye mudie mu nti ye privacy hu hia obi ntimi behwe ya degem na wontimi mmongura mehwe de opebia ye bema no ho kwan ansa na wadi se adwuma no ana mra bema no ho kwan banana eba no mra ni mu a ase some of us ensheda enye mranimfuo bebre but mra no so ebi wo heda ho pefe o kan a entiase ewu menim so hu some of the videos and popularly with abantie bia adenta kumi. And of course, recently that is about wound to me. Yeah, Kasabibre. But it's not the first time we see Ghana. I deal with it saying, it's a Kosoana.
Yeah, I think, sir, what we say a great question, sure. And we'll do it quickly.
Right.
For me, I think, sir, one now more security BNI NI before. Sure. I think, sir, a quite almost fast to your money, man. I say, there's always a way.
Okay.
Ubetimi aya ade no.
Okay.
What you say?
Okay.
Olden days na mreni ho de atimi ye de ope. But in as much as say nipa no buafu no no. Wa kotintem tu ne hwa onim de ntia musa. Na ye payback.
Okay.
As
a be ye bi atua.
Because now no mo ye nintia.
Okay.
But I mean, obia or your right thinking person, what about what the warrant touchere, sempesame bar, whatever it is, no, you don't need a tour bebre, ne, why it is said, dear, Nipani criminal. Okay. So you're criminal now, oh, yeah, dear, oh, yeah. If you are a drug addict or kunipa or a arm robber, and when they obey me, but say be obia can be, maybe a own supporting. Nipa na nye so odwane nipa no nim ni fie nipa no nim ne dada obetimi enya na sa rambo style ni edi tuo ne hwan no enya ni bi
right
enya ni bi me support say de wati amra bia na yemfa ne mra kwas but sa gigigigi na etuo de omukọ wuntumi hoi suni mfaso
omudi etuo ni
suni mfaso sa we esa obi okra na sebi enya wuntumi ato obi okra sebi won hyeda nya obi asa
okay.
Now I'm an IOB. What you say? I don't talk anything any beka privacy who issue no. I don't talk kumie bia mususu say we release CCTV camera. You beka ho asem.
Okay.
But ya wonu fie ahomache ya kwakwache no. Na sometimes NI before ni bi wo ho a. Na party fujo just ni bi ye do mu frafra.
Ye me enhwe no.
Enti ye mama nhwe ne sa macho sem. But I mean at the end of the day dey enko I think say famra kwan so
right
but men fast agigigigi obo say at the end of the day no nipa no ya ade na be no
obe release no kra ye but the way ya wo ye ni ntina mana
kwa untumi a wache na obe release untumi nye untumi hwe de na be no
na say ne kra meda ye belabo
anti de na untumi aye say untumi aye bibia ye di tuo na hwan ye be release no eye mra
sure
say CID hia no eye mra enti wutimi adenta kumi waka bibi na wususu se wanka ne ye a eyemra
right
enti ye na bia na onye court edi tuo unso in the course of your duty no ye betimi achew because enye se okuta tuo ni nsi hey no atwe no na wakopai nani
so that's some of the arguments I mean me raise it say the way almost arresting Crawford if it's not part of omo SOP almost standard operating why don't these people victims no NC wo mo masa officers no won kire wo me say ade we esi ejai
no it happens it just that one say Ghana no so aban wo so a na police ni ye bibia anase CID ni bia na say BNI or whatever yes Rambo star na ye a hwe o hwe de si wo enva is legon hui I've forgotten popular ye see
sure
you deny
we dey no ana
Reverend rest last say dey Sam George na konkobuni
okay
ayawaso ɔho saa ɔhwɛ ɔmu a wɔn sɛ job for the boys for nkoa nti ɔmu ni sɛbi training papa wɔn sɛ CID ni a yɛ training no onim ɛkwan ɔfa so yɛ n'adeɛ no wode ɛyɛ ahwɛ ɔmu a yɛ training ɔmu paa no so ɔmu kɔ obi fia they know how to deal with the person yɛafrɛ yɛ invite bra sɛ woamba na wɔmu kwan a ɔmpɛ sɛ ɔmu de yɛ wone wontumi akɔkasa I understand say na ɔse oyare kakra nti Monday obeba. That is how you do it. So you stubborn no so onye ya ye wo kwan a ye fa so eye no eye mra.
But even at all no etuo na ye de kɔ no minim sɛ na approach for omo rightful and I say security agency omo rightful any etuo. And we know that some of these politicians e be nso was personal security guards. E be sometimes they are armed. We all see it. Eti media I see says a mobile kokra no asa etubrania kese and there are side arms. Who say CID for account once maybe call professionally. Omo nko fie ho mehu mo if omo muti fie ho. Ubu say side arm no ehye no na tade ordinatade ayde eguso. It will be clear who say to den ehye no until
nipa be
restrict or ebi a ompene. Na afi on no ayde aye say move.
Exactly.
But say tuo ya say tiabo free ya kakraka yi. In fact say wo bakura pon school no oba. Na wonim say prosifo be che wo na akoda beduru na ne papa fie ni mu. Ye kura tu brani ginagina wa.
I think so munya I was say political parties na ya nti aye normal. Aye normal. But one say I say my will be you na wo ye bi. Aye ni bie. I think say won to media it was unnecessary. And then adenta comedian nso sebi so why bibi a ye kwan a ye fa so because they're a very popular person wo person unsa kana unsa betimi aka no anyway
so privacy no
so
emrane say
emrane wo ho emrane e clear in fact usua media law a ekrew say we ensentro a wo so hu obi na deja ene say ye nhwe na deja ne mo pese ohwe enyoma bi a ye kwan a ye fa so eye no in fact constitution no ye clear. And let me read.
Right.
Article 18 clause 2. Pacho, Article 18 clause 2 of the 1992 Constitution. It protected privacy. What you say?
Right.
Say the right to be left alone. That is the principle of privacy. Somebody has the right to be left alone.
As in pese kame
me jame. Say yo yiro kunu wa downfall. So be say I want to be left alone. Or was I right no? Say me fie nie, me pese me to war say the be ya nipa bebree hu me. Eye ne de. Me pese me ye ye nneoma bi say the be ya me feel say me protected. Or was amra no. Into Article 18 clause 2 of the 1992 Constitution is say no person shall be subjected to interference with the privacy of his home, property, correspondence or communication except in accordance with the law and as may be necessary in a free and democratic society for public safety or economic well-being of the country, for the protection of health or morals, for the prevention of disorder or crime, or for the protection of the rights or freedoms of others. Okay, the betri mu na ne tofa na o se obia ni ho a obey na adwen se obi ti ne fie na wa ba awura ho
me na me fie awura
obi asase na ne japade na wa ba awura ho anaso obi di nkomo correspondence or communication se me ne wo di nkomo bi na obi abetete ho se or record it
right
tio se obi eti ne ba bi ene obi di ne nkomo na wa betena ho se me record it ana me capture except so betimi ayesa ti say ade na wo ye no e border on the safety, the security,
right,
public safety. Say nkofo mu plan say ompeso omoto bomb ana wati and the obetimi a record it ana betimi a capture ana say bia eye bibia e de yare beba say bia akoto say obi enam na pro and no person woton utimi capture and no for public nyoma
na wo hye kokwa mu ye aduane bi de how beba
ana say nkofobia plan say pese ye kose asase ye galamsey and no de e crime ana say ade no ebetimi aboa yen nyina in that case ni de emranuma ho kwan say utimi bowura ni privacy mu because in common na wodi no e ya ade ase epie ba ebe ha nipa dodo na. That is what Article 18 Clause 2 eka ho asem.
Sure.
Other than that, only who kwan so obi di ne nkomo so obi ti ne fie so obi eja pade we wa adwen say me wo ho kwan as a journalist. In fact, Osha Charles Act Krana section 39 of the Children's Act 1998 at 560 and also say bia akwada ekwan abefa so protect no and until na bo say any kwan say we media na obi akra na camera sini so there's a way you do it. Yeah, section 3 clause 1 of the Juvenile Act and also you clear empo yeah, Data Protection Law 2012 Act 843.
Now we release it.
Ultimate release it. Aha, Sebia MTN. Nan, ana Sebia uno be a dinkomo.
Chatting komobi. It was between the two of you.
Exactly. Number one say what the PA. Sanyoma we nyina no e dangerous because me no can public. And number one no be they will be chat. About to social media. Adia me no kasa we chiri no ni nyina no person take the person on because it was a private chat.
Sure.
Enya adia ebe ha public. But person say o me ni odi nkomo say na aka we the person can take you on.
Definitely.
But what is the key here? We need to know say okay adia me ye ebeboa. The case of Andenta Kumi, what happened? Yes, susu say
right.
On a CCTV camera no or release ye. Emma Justice Colin din na busuafo no mudin kobo privately our restaurant.
Sure.
Tie Makwa restaurant. Makwa kodidi. Afi mi pie ya. Na Adenta Kumi say what letter come president I'm sure say you Jimmy Mibri. What letter come president so na nkofo bi wo mu a omun sem fata. Ena omususu say CCTV camera bi aba. From the restaurant.
Right.
First, the question is that Oye Juma was our restaurant one. Why they release this CCTV camera footage, you know?
At the man.
Because Makwa Miko din komobi. How true? Say bi omu susu so mu hu nipa no. Oye ebia petitioner no. Oni ni din komo. Eye nkomo ben. Are we saying say se me judge mintimi ni obi ndi nkomo ana? Law ne te say eno de ebeja amamranimfo no. Nemum de ana etie ne say there were exceptions to say who release information. One is that public officials may have reduced privacy protection if their private life contradicts their public image.
Sure.
It's an exception. So won't me invade sa nyoma no. Nemum yewo adebi wa sometimes there's a thin line between oye public officer. Et say be a wound to me or public officer. No akwoti wound to me e wo ba nas.
Yeah.
That time no wound to me a private person or ni say be abusianfo bi e na edi nkomo e na omu didie. No akwakotwa.
Yeah.
Any wound to me or your public officer. So sometimes there's always that challenge. MPA or tini baby ye bibi. Any MPA or can bibi. So sometimes one because na say MP we dey na or one private a home and up not or ye but we no ye public. And sometimes utimi a obi or public officer no say ade na or ye no ebe ha adwen a sometimes utimi expose no.
Yeah.
Enti denti na bi adenta so ono na de ba ye nka so no say ono na de ba ya then we are asking say na o release and na say CCTV camera no mu release the ayeden.
That's a big question.
So individuals who exploit their private issues for public image may have reduced privacy protection.
Sure.
It will be a na oye public officer. But uba say oye bibi wo kukuemu a saa de na wo kukuemu no na eya ade because owo 2 minutes or dey ye
I be a do nsusanso bone so bebre.
But obi o say there be we de na ye me kukuemu ade. But wo kukuemu ade no ebia wo ye lawyer, ebia wo ye judge. Ye susu say saa de we de ebetimi a compromise saa image we. Into your nyoma menu exception neighbor. The law is clear. The first one is that public officials may have reduced privacy protection if their private lives contradict their public image. And then 2, individuals who exploit their private issues for public image may have reduced privacy protection.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
But me, we know there's something we call invasion of privacy.
Right.
say meeting baby na we invade. First one law say it includes harassment. Obetim say na Jantuah ene mabusiafo a na utwa me fa ha me manual so mu na o gine wo mu. That is harassment. Taking photograph in private places. What you say? Me who want to me die. Want to me die me twahwe yesika na o wi ano. MP way na hweden ya wotim ma mentwa na me fa nkotwe MP way. That is dangerous. Exposing health records. Say bia Nana Jantuah ewo high blood pressure. Na obi akwa akohu na doctor. Also what wa wo kasa ni nyina wo kra nye high blood pressure na wo.
There should be confidentiality.
E dangerous.
Right.
Bombarding people in distress. Nipa no ne pressure one so. Now, invading of privacy. Sure. The other one is unacceptable to use long lens cameras to take photograph of people in private places without consent. Into obi wa no akogina baby no agage was say Nana Jantuah a dine way osusu say ebia Jomahama na apama no. Yeah. And I say bia bahumia. Na wakotwa crane. Sure. Na odiaba sanyoma ne etasi especially abrochiri sanyoma ne yeka say there has to be that balance say me ko akwakoye bibia because the danger is that one hwe ya so won say na Jantuah ne obite restaurant bi didia enya hwe wo kina na ne namo enu nie hwe na no me ne apia stadium issue e ba yi obi aka na asema enye true but look at how a core viral. And there has to be a fine balance. Sure. And I think that society must be careful. Say a public official, there has to be that limitation. We a public official and so one carry so where a bit hard. But the question is that when they release this CCTV camera footage,
they should prove that. Very important.
All right.
Nana Jantuah, yeah, that's it. And issues of privacy are very, very, very much important. And yes, you